Hi, this is Mitch Mitchell of I'm Just Sharing. I'm doing a video from a different hotel room. If you've been watching any of the others when I've been out of town, you've noticed that the lamp has always been on this side. But I'm in a different room for the first time. This is actually kind of cool. I actually kind of like this room a little bit. That's not what this video is about. You know, I was home last weekend after a trip in New Orleans, and I got asked a question during a walk I was having with a friend of mine on the lake. And I was telling him how I just had done my 100th video for this channel. And he said, so how's it working out for you? And I thought he meant, you know, how am I enjoying it and how's it going? But that's not what he meant at all. His question basically was, am I getting any business out of this, or am I making any money off of this? And it's interesting because there's people out there who think that every single thing you do has to be making you money. They don't necessarily see that it could be a long-range plan. It could be something, for instance, my purpose for doing these is, one, to get more comfortable, two, because I enjoy it, but three, because I'm trying to build up a portfolio of videos, and it gives me something I can put on my blogs, and it gives me something I can share in other places. And, you know, it's more about publicity, because I'm hoping one of these days that people are going to pay me to travel around, at least the United States, and come talk to them about different subjects that I'm proficient at. You know, leadership, healthcare, finance, blogging, well, I'd say playing chess, but I think there'd be a lot of people who would laugh. I'd say playing poker, but I think a lot of people would laugh. But, you know, there's a lot of things. Motivation. I mean, you know, if any of you haven't visited my blog ever, I wish you'd go take a look, because I talk a lot about blogging, and I talk a lot about writing, and I talk about motivation. I talk about health things. I mean, one of these strange health things I'm going to mention here, which isn't really part of this video, is the fact that, you know, I was on this 2-week plan of low fat, and it turned into 3 weeks. And one of the foods I started eating was pretzels, and I don't like pretzels. But you know what? Pretzels were low in fat. So I started eating a bunch of pretzels. And one of the things that I noticed is every morning when I was checking my glucose, my numbers were low. And they were, you know, they weren't super, super low, but they were low. And I said, wow, this is amazing. These pretzels are like the best health food in the world. Well, it turns out that they're not, because pretzels, this little bag, about this little, 1.5 ounce bag of pretzels, that 1.5 ounce bag of pretzels had 47 grams of carbohydrates. That's more carbohydrates than a cup of pasta. It was amazing. I said, what? And then it started to explain some things, because I've been having mad sugar cravings. And it turns out, because of all these pretzels I've eaten, all these high carbs, I just had to have sugar. It was kind of a weird balance thing. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there because it was a sidebar kind of thing. But there's another thing about videos. You can share little stories like that when it comes up. And it doesn't have to be overly long. It's just a video that you did. So what did I get out of videos? Or what am I getting out of making these videos? Well, I like to think that I have something to say. I like to think that I'm getting better at my craft. When I shared my 100th video, I put a link to my very first video, and I pretty much stared at the camera without blinking and without moving and without doing anything else. And it was kind of goofy. But you know what? That was me trying to be professional. Only thing is that I wouldn't do that if I was doing a speaking engagement, so it's not all that natural. So what does one get out of the videos? You get a little satisfaction. You know, it's kind of like the book I wrote. Now, I haven't completed my second book yet, and actually you could probably say my third book, because I did have this little other short book on websites, you know, using your website as a marketing tool, which is still out there, by the way. But the thing is that I did something that not a lot of other people have done, which is to write a book. Well, I started making videos. Even though there's a ton of people who are doing videos, everyone's not doing them. And I've got 100 videos on this particular channel. Everyone doesn't reach 100 videos. My God, I've got a lot of people, a lot of friends who I check their sites all the time, and they're just not putting anything up because everyone wants a quick hitter. I see myself kind of doing this kind of thing for the long run. And, you know, I'm in the game a little late. You know, I'm in my 50s. I know that some people think I'm a kid. Yes, pulling for my Red Sox, even though they lost tonight. Well, anyway, you know, if you're not doing it, then you don't have anything to compare it to. And this is just my thought. So anyhow, like I said, this is Mitch Mitchell of I'm Just Sharing. Why am I doing videos? Because now I get to say, please watch my videos. There you go. And if you don't know where that actually comes true, it's a song by, oh my God, what were they called? All for One and One for All by somebody. And one of the lines is, please listen, well, watch my video. Means nothing to you. I don't know. Y'all are just so young. Maybe one of these days I'll put a link. I may even put a link to that below. Anyway, this is Mitch Mitchell. I'm signing off. Y'all take care.